Now then, here we are, me and Mutt out in the Lake District, currently on the side of Pavey Ark, which is just up there, and that is where we're going to pitch our tent. An absolutely cracking spot because look at that view. We've got Stickle Tarn down in the bottom there, and then those mountains there, there's sort of Weatherlam and the old man of Coniston. and all the way around here you can make out the lake in the background, and that's Windermere. But it just continues in the fells of the Lake District. The weather is pretty clear. It's going to be fairly sort of clear for the next few days, but it's bitterly cold. It was about 1 degree when I set off from the car park, and as soon as I got up to this height, it's well below freezing now, and overnight it has given -4, possibly -5, so we will have to see. Anyway, I've got all the kit we need to survive. I just need to make sure I get that shelter up as soon as possible, because in no time at all I will be absolutely nithered. I sat down there eating a sandwich earlier, and within about 10 minutes I was getting cold, so I had to put my windproof on, big woolly hat, and obviously gloves as well. So anyway, let's get this tent up, eh? There she is, looking good. As tight as a Yorkshireman's pocket. And just sat there, absolutely proud as, with the dog, overlooking that. What a position. Anyway, let's get our kit inside, because it's just in time really, because the sun's gone down and I cannot tell you how bitterly cold it is. My nose is pretty much gone numb now. I've got a couple of my fingers just starting to go, so I need to get inside, get all the nice down gear on and warm back up properly. My favourite time of year. Right, we are in. The dog's just sat there for the minute because he's cleaning himself. He's filthy, so I don't really want him to get into the tent yet. Yes, you dog, look at you. Look at the state of that. So I'm hoping he sort of cleans himself off a bit first before he gets into his bed, which is down there. I'm sleeping on this side. I've got a sleeping bag here from PHDesigns, and I've got my Thermarest X-Therm mat, so that is going to be way enough for tonight. I've also put on my down bottoms here, and I've got a down jacket as well that I've put on, and I've put this jacket over the top just so it keeps the wind off a little bit more and keeps me warm, because it is absolutely bitter. It is honestly just one of those days, super cold. Anyway, I'm going to get out and just sort of enjoy the last bit of light. I've got a set of mitts that I'm going to put on as well, so that should be me nice and toasty and warm. The sun's obviously setting somewhere there behind the hill, because we've just got the last glimmer of light just striking that hillside over there. Oh yeah, I need to get these mitts on. It's absolutely freezing just a few seconds out here. Anyway, let's do it. It has actually been quite a windy one. Some gusts keep coming through and just rattling this tent, and it is fairly noisy, this tent, it seems, although the outside's not too bad. It's just this inner, it's a bit sort of flappy on this middle section. This is all right, it's nice and tight here, but as I say, it just gets a bit of a flap on when that wind comes through. So I've been for a walk in the dark. Me and the dog went up to the top of Pavey Ark and just took in the view from there. I took the head torch obviously, because you don't want to get caught out on a mountain in the dark without any sort of means of seeing where you're putting your feet. So anyway, I got back, chilled out there for a good half hour, just sat back against my trekker chair, and that was just nice in my down jacket and down bottoms, taking in the twinkling lights down in Windermere and a couple of the other little villages you can sort of see here. But my feet started getting cold. I only had my boots on, and obviously these are not very good for keeping your feet warm in winter. So I've come in, got inside my nice sleeping bag and got my down boots on as well, so I'm now toasty warm. So it is now time for me to make some dinner. It's about 7:15 now, and I'm pretty hungry because I only had a crappy little sandwich for lunch. I have got my oven mitts on ready, which are a necessity, because as soon as you take these off, literally a couple of minutes later and your fingers are just completely gone. So anyway, I'll pop these in here while I sort myself out. I've also had to put all my GoPro batteries and my charger inside here because the batteries just seem to not work, and that's even the white ones as well, so it does show how cold it is. So for dinner we have chicken and meatballs, pasta, which is a army ration pack, and it is exactly 4 years out of date. I've also got some extra sort of tomato pasta to put in with it, so that is going to be absolutely delicious. So let's put this into there somehow. We'll get it on the heat and then I can have some nice dinner. Let's pop that in there. You can't even see what I'm doing, so I'll bring you back when I've got the heat on, eh? Cooking away. Literally 1 minute later and that is it, my fingers are starting to go. So let's do this quick. I've put everything into there. I'm just going to add a swig of water just to help sort of cook it, and then we'll get this heat on, eh? And hopefully I can warm my hands back up a bit. Give it a bit of a stir, mix it all together, and then hopefully I'm going to have a nice hot dinner up on a mountain. Don't get much better than that, does it? My God, let's get these back on. Just have to be a bit careful getting this down sleeping bag near the heat source, otherwise it'll look like some geese have been having a fight in here. Right, I think that is cooked through. It smells delicious and it's hot, and that's the main thing. Let's turn that off. Now I'm going to eat this. I don't want to get my hands too cold. Tell you what, I'll pop that on the mitt there and I'll huddle myself around it. Let's have a taste. As always, I just burn my mouth. That is red hot. Tastes good though. Yeah, that's not bad at all. 4 years out of date army ration pack. Yeah, it's pretty good, is that? I'll probably give it a 6.5, maybe even a 7 out of 10. 10 being cooking a proper steak dinner, which I actually have done up on Pavey Ark. I did a video, I don't know, a year and a half ago, where I went up Jack's rake with dog, and then I cooked a full steak dinner at the top, and that was absolutely gorgeous. So that's my 10 out of 10. This is about, yeah, I'll say 7. but so needed. When I was sat down there having my sandwich earlier, it took about 20 minutes and I was absolutely nithered, proper nithered. So I had to put a jacket on and my woolly hat just to sort of keep myself warm, and then that were it. I thought I have to get moving again because otherwise I'm going to get too cold. And when you get to that point sometimes, when you're cold to the bone, it's really hard to get it back up here when there is nothing to heat you up, barring something like this or a nice cup of tea, which I'm going to have in a minute. I think I've got a piece of chocolate as well to have with it. Well, that is Blue having his dinner outside. I'm well fed now and I'm just making myself a nice cup of tea. So with that, I'm going to have a bit of chocolate as well, so that's just going to sort me out for the evening. And then I'll have a few hours really before I actually go to sleep, just to sort of chill out and just get into my thoughts. I absolutely love having time to myself where I've got nothing else to distract me at all, and I just love being in my own brain. And usually I'm designing something, I'm coming up with some sort of idea for something that's going to help me in my life, and I thoroughly enjoy having those moments. So that'll be me for the rest of the night probably. This wind has not really stopped, and I'm hoping it doesn't get any worse because this tent's only a 3-season tent and it's not quite designed to take harsh weather. But we've had some pretty strong gusts fly through here and it has stood up very proud thus far, so I'm actually quite impressed by it, and it is nice to test my kit as well. So the main thing is just keeping warm, and obviously being in all this down gear, that's going to keep me toasty all night. The dog's in the corner there with foil blanket over him and my jacket, and he's kept keeping warm enough as he is because obviously he's got a massive layer of fur as well. But when I get finally into my sleeping bag properly, I'll take this jacket off and I'll put this over him, so he'll be fine as well. It's definitely cold in here because my water is freezing in its bottle, so I'd probably say it's about -2 inside the tent, and I'm expecting it to get a little bit colder overnight, so I do have to be a little bit careful. And currently it's like my cheeks and my nose are just slightly cold, so what I always do, drop this down over my eyes, so obviously it keeps the light out, but it covers my nose and it covers my cheeks, and it just allows me to breathe up there. So that is my top tip for cold weather camping. So that's it. I'm gonna brush my teeth, get outside for one last toilet break, and then lay this lug. So we'll see you in the morning. Take care. Morning flowers, and what a morning it is. The sun is out, feeling that warmth on my face, and I'm just hidden currently behind this big rock because the wind is pretty intense still. As you can see, the tent's just over there flapping about. What an absolutely fantastic day though. You can just see over in the distance there, we've got all the different layers of hills and mountains as they go off into the distance. Tarn down in the bottom. It's awesome, isn't it? What an absolutely incredible day. So now I am gonna get myself up. I'll probably have a cup of coffee, a flapjack, just to get me going for the day, and then we're gonna head up a little bit further up Pavey Ark, and then we're gonna drop down Easy Gully, and it's all pretty easy apart from one little section, so I think we'll be fine. It's just a little bit harder when you've got a big backpack on and a dog. Anyway, that'll be our route down, and then we can get ourselves off this mountain and on to the next day of life, wherever that may be, eh? Yes. What an absolutely just magical moment, sitting here, sun on my face, with my little doggy, eh? You're a good lad, aren't you? Hey? Right, we'll see you in a minute, eh? Everything is packed up, ready to go, all in the backpack. I've just kept out my fingered gloves, which obviously give me a bit more dexterity when I get out there dropping this tent. But I have also got my mitts on hand, because I'm pretty sure that it won't take long and my fingers will actually start getting cold. So at least I can get them warm back up again. Dog's ready, looking good. Look at that view. Life is good, eh? Tent's put away, now left but a bit of flattened grass, and one last look at this view. It has been an absolute pleasure. Right, time now to see if we can get down Easy Gully. Let's go. Come on, Bluey. Right, we are just at the top of Easy Gully, and it is very windy coming through here, but look at that. It just frames that view. I'm hoping when we drop down here, I'm going to get out the wind a bit. And let's hope we can make it down. Oh, see, straight away, that is so much nicer. Whew. Let's step into that sunshine. Oh, wow. That is just divine. Right, let's see if we can get down then. What an absolutely fantastic place. This is the face of Pavey Ark, so obviously it's pretty sheer, as you can see, and it's amazing that there's a route actually up through that, being Jack's Rake. Anyway, for us now, we have to find ourselves a route down here, and this is the only real sort of dodgy bit, but if you can see, we've got to sort of work our way down through these rocks, and then once you get down to about that point, you're all right. It's sort of plain sailing down to the water's edge. Let's do it. It's actually going to be easier for the dog than it is for me, I think. Slow and steady. Stand. Let's work our way down with dog. Here then. Stand. Just wait there, you. Oh, go on. Stand. Well, it's easy for a dog, isn't it? I will not be that glamorous going down there. Very, very slow and steady for me. Oh, especially with this weighty backpack. Yeah, at times it would be nice to have 4 legs. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Right, this is the awkward bit, because this slope there, which is the only real way down, because otherwise it's a vertical climb down that one. So what I might do is, just to be a bit safer, take my backpack off and just lower it down that section there, and then there's plenty of handholds for me to actually lower myself down then. But I think it's going to be a bit safer doing it that way. What have I got expensive in here to damage? Oh, I might actually be able to just lob it off that edge there. As you can see, I am just oh dear. Oh, it's still going. Oh no. Oh. It stopped. Well, there's me trying to protect my gear that's in my bag, and it has just done a 40-metre fall down here, and that just shows you how steep this place is. Now I do not want to be doing that. That is the next thing, so oh dear, brilliant, that, absolutely brilliant. Oh, it's got all my camera gear in and everything. Right, I am definitely going to take my time and make sure that I make the best choice here and getting down. And one of the choices is I'm going to take my gloves off, so at least I've got my hands to use properly. Blue, stand. Come on. Right, let's do it. I'm just lowering myself down onto a little ledge, and once I'm there, hopefully I can just give myself a good hand grip and then go again. Hello. Still here, I'm still here. No tumbling yet. And that is me, oh, down that hard section. So I just took this little route here rather than coming down that big slab. I can't believe my bag has just taken that tumble. I hope everything's alright that's in it. I really do. Well, there's a bit of another route there, if you can see, a few sort of steps but again it's a bit of a climb, so I'm just gonna carry on heading down. I'm glad it's out of the wind though, because that would add another level of danger to this. Oh, brilliant. It does make me laugh. Shit happens in life and you just got to laugh about it. You know, I could have damaged a few £100 worth of camera gear. Well, more so because I've got my drone in there as well, so there's going to be at least £1,000 there, but it's just one of them things and now what I can do about it, so just laugh, eh? Just laugh. Well, there we go. That is the tough bit over. And as you can see, it's actually quite a scramble up there. And all this is what my bag was falling down. And I found it. It's just here. There we are. Yeah, it's taken a few knocks here and there, rip there, but other than that, let's just hope the contents are all right. Oh, say we carry it down anyway. Oh dear me. Get comfy, get safe, and we'll continue our journey down. Oh. Still having to be slow and steady. Yeah, brilliant. Well, I've always got to look on the bright side with everything, as I always do, but I'm glad that was my bag falling down there with £1,000 worth of camera gear in rather than me. So you've got to think yourself lucky sometimes and just appreciate life and the fact that you're still here, breathing and enjoying it all and taking in that view. Look, still at that amazing place. See, I'm a lucky man, a very lucky man. Nearly back down. Absolutely awesome. We've got the sun bouncing off the tarn, just adding a bit of heat to my face, and I'm currently stood under this massive rock face which is Pavey Ark. That is where I've just come down, which is the easy gully, and I camped just over the back there. What an absolutely awesome adventure, eh? Anyway, if you've enjoyed the video, as always, give it a big fat thumbs up. And we are going to be out over winter enjoying the cold weather, which is my favourite time of year, so stay tuned for more videos. So from me and the beautiful Blue, who's just chilling out down by the tarn side, we'll see you on the next one. Take care.